Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to learn how to use AI for AI-based employee career pathing. So let's suppose I'm running a business and I'm adding all my employees' detail in my Google Sheet spreadsheet. Now I want that whenever I add a new detail based on that employee detail, the career pathing or the response should be automatically generated with the help of AI agent. Here I'm going to use my AI agent as OpenAI and it should be automatically updated in my row in my Google Sheet. Now doing this manually will consume a lot of time, so I'm completely going to automate this process, and to do this automation I'm going to use Pabbly Connect. So Pabbly Connect is an amazing automation and integration software which requires no coding or programming skills. Here I just need to build connection between Google Sheets, OpenAI and then Google Sheets. With the help of Pabbly Connect, I am going to build this connection in such a way that whenever there is a new data added in my Google Sheets, the response will be automatically generated based on that data with help of OpenAI, and it will be automatically updated in my row in my spreadsheet. Now, if you want to learn the step-by-step process, then let me take you all to my screen.
In this video, we are going to see how to use an AI-based employee career pathing. For this, I've created an automation workflow where I have built connection between Google Sheets, OpenAI and Google Sheets. And as soon as I've added the details of the employees in this particular Google Sheets spreadsheet, I was able to generate the 1-year career pathing for that particular employee. Over here you can see that this is a personalized, point-wise, have goals and actions, and it is a personalized content. This structured pathway enables new user to progressively build the skills required for the desired future roles. So this is how this automation workflow is going to run, and now to learn how to create this, let's start creating this from the beginning. In this video, we are going to learn how to use an AI for AI-based employee pathing. For this, we are going to create automation between Google Sheets, OpenAI, and Google Sheets with the help of Pabbly Connect. So this is the landing page of Pabbly, and you can visit this simply by typing pabbly.com/connect in your browser. Now, after browsing this website, we need to sign in to our Pabbly account. On the top right corner, you can see two options, sign in and sign up for free. If you are an existing user, click on the sign in, and if you are a new user, click on the sign up for free, and this will give you 100 tasks free on monthly basis. As I'm an existing user, I'll click on the sign in, and here all Pabbly apps page has appeared, which is showing me all the Pabbly applications. I'm going to click on this Pabbly Connect Access Now, and it has taken me towards this dashboard where I will be able to find all my workflows over here and all the folders which I've created over here. Now, if you want to create a new folder, simply click on this plus icon, and from here you can create a new folder. For now, I want to create a new workflow, for which I need to click on this create workflow button. And first I need to provide the workflow name, and then I have to select the folder in which I want to save that workflow. So first, let's name this workflow as how to use AI for AI-based employee career pathing, and now I need to select my folder. So these are the folders which have been created, and here I'm going to select this as AI agent and then click on create. Here workflow created successfully. As soon as I click on create, two boxes have appeared in front of me. One is trigger, other is action. So trigger says when this happens, and action says do this. So trigger is basically an event which starts the automation of a workflow. There can be only one trigger step in a workflow, but as many as action steps as you want. Here in this workflow, I want to use AI for AI-based employee career pathing, which means whenever I'm going to add details of the employee in my Google Sheets spreadsheet, AI is automatically going to generate the career pathing for this particular employee and then add that to my Google Sheets spreadsheet. So here trigger says when this happens. So when I'm going to add all the details, employee name, current role, skills, performance score, and interest, I'm going to receive that response here in this workflow, and then the AI is going to generate the career for that particular employee. Here I'm going to take my trigger application as Google Sheets, and then in my action application, I will be taking my AI agent as OpenAI, and then Google Sheets again, in which I'm going to add the generated response in this particular column, 1-year career pathing. So here in my trigger application, I'm quickly going to take Google Sheets. And then in my trigger event, I'm going to take this new or updated spreadsheet row. Now I need to make connection between Pabbly Connect and Google Sheets, for which a webhook URL is provided to me. And this webhook URL is going to act as a bridge to connect my Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect. So reading this help desk, I'm going to build this connection, and to make this connection, let me open my Google Sheets. So this is the Google Sheets spreadsheet which I've created by the name Employee Career Pathing, and I'm going to add some details over here. So let me quickly add all the details. So here I've added all the details. Employee name is latest user, current role is software engineer, skills are Python, Java, problem solving, Gitbug, REST APIs, and the performance score is 7.8. Interest is AI ML. Technical leadership, cloud computing. I want to generate the career pathing for this particular employee, and that I will be updating in this particular column. So here I want to send this data to my Pabbly Connect workflow, and for that what I have to do, I have to go towards this extensions, go to add-ons, and then click on this get add-ons. Here Google Workspace Marketplace will appear in front of me, where I need to search for Pabbly Connect webhooks. And it is showing install because I have already installed this in my Google Sheets. But if you are doing this for the first time, make sure that you follow the same process and install this Pabbly Connect webhooks. After that you install this, it will start appearing over here, and from here you have to go towards this initial setup. Now this box has appeared in front of me where I need to enter the webhook URL and the trigger column. So this is the same webhook URL which I am provided in my Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to copy this webhook URL. And I'm going to paste that webhook URL over here. And now I need to enter this trigger column. So it's written the trigger column will be a final data entry column on which if the data is added, the whole of that row data will be sent to the webhook URL. So here my final data entry column is column E. And as soon as I'm going to add this in my trigger column, the complete row data will be sent to my Pabbly Connect workflow. Here we have to enter the final data entry column on which we are going to add the data. As you can see that I have added the data in this column E as the last data column, and as soon as I'm going to click on the send test, the complete row data will be sent to Pabbly Connect workflow. So here trigger column simply means the final data entry column or the end column. I'm simply going to click on this send test, and you will see that the test data has been sent successfully. Now I'm going to click on this submit, and you will see the setup configured successfully. So here I have sent this data to my Pabbly Connect workflow, and now we have to follow a very important step. We have to go towards this extensions, go to Pabbly Connect webhooks, and then click on this send on event. So this step will make sure whatever data we add in future, it is sent to Pabbly Connect. Here we have clicked on the send on event, and whenever I'm going to add new data in this column, the complete row data will be sent to my workflow. Over here you can see we have turned on the send on event. Now I'm going to open my Pabbly Connect, and here we can see that we have received this response. The trigger column was column E, spreadsheet name was employee career pathing. Then the skills we have this. The performance score was 7.8. Interests are this. Employee name was latest user. Current role was software engineer. Here, as soon as I've added the data in my particular spreadsheet, I have received that data in this Pabbly Connect workflow, and this shows the connection setup that we have created between Pabbly Connect and Google Sheets that is successful. And now whenever I'm going to add a new data in my Google Sheets spreadsheet, I will start capturing that response here in this workflow. Now moving on to the next step, whenever I'm going to add a new data in my Google Sheets spreadsheet, I want my AI to generate response for that. So then in my action application, I'm going to take my AI agent as OpenAI. And then in my action event, I'm going to take this as ChatGPT and then click on connect. If you have an existing connection, go with save. If you don't have one, click on this add new connection. And now to make this connection, we have to enter the token. Following the help desk given below, I'm going to enter this token, and I'm going to click on the hyperlink, and it has taken me towards this API keys page. Now to create a new API token, I simply need to click on this create new secret key. First I have to provide the key, so let's say the key name is test. The project will be default project and the permissions will be all, and then I simply need to click on this create secret key. A new API token will be provided to you, which you need to copy and paste that over here. Here, as I have already an existing connection, I have created this connection multiple times. That's why I'm going to select this as existing connection and then click on save. Here OpenAI is connected with Pabbly Connect, and now I have to enter these details, which are AI model in the prompt. From this drop down, I'm going to select my AI model as GPT-4o Mini. If you do not find your AI model, simply toggle on this button, remove this AI model and enter your own AI model. As I have my AI model in this drop down, I have selected that. Now I'm going to enter this prompt. So I'm going to enter the prompt in a way that I have all the details of my employee and I want to generate the career for that. So I'm going to enter the prompt like. So here I have entered the prompt as, you are an expert career coach. Based on the following employee data, suggest a personalized one-year career growth path, including 2 potential future roles, key skills or knowledge gaps to improve, recommend online class or certification, a quarterly action plan for this employee. I have entered the employee name, current roles, skill, performance score, career interest, respond in a clear structured format. I am going to enter these details now, but I am not going to enter these details manually. Instead, I'm going to use a method called mapping, which means I'm going to enter the data from the previous response. Now here I have received the response from Google Sheets, and when I click on this, I can see this Google Sheets. When I click on this, I can see all the response which I have captured from there. Here first I need to enter the employee name, which is latest user. Then I need to enter the current role, which is software engineer. Then I need to enter the skill, which is this one. Then the performance score was 7.8 and the career interests were this. Over here, mapping is important so that every time you receive a new response, it is taken into consideration in this field. Manually entering the data will make this field static and the information will not change even if you have received the new response. Over here, if I manually enter any detail, this field will become static and every time I receive a new response, the result will not change. So as to keep this field dynamic, we use this process mapping instead of manually entering the details. Now that I've entered all these details, I'm simply going to click on the save and send test request and let's wait for the response. So here I've received the response. In this message content, I have my response. Certainly based on the information provided regarding latest user, here is personalized 1-year career growth plan. And here I have received all the details, future roles, then the technical lead engineering manager, key skills or knowledge gaps to improve for technical lead, recommended online course and certification, and then I have received the quarterly action plan in a detailed format and I have received the conclusion. I do not want this first 3 lines, so I'm going to update my prompt. So here I've written remove first 3 lines from the response. Now I'm simply going to click on the save and send test request, wait for the next response. If you want, you can keep updating your prompt until you get the desired response. So here I've received this response, career growth, path for latest user, and then the rest of the content is same. Now I want to post this or update my Google Sheets spreadsheet column in this 1-year career pathing. So I'm going to click on this add action step button. And then in my action application, I will be searching for Google Sheets. And then in my action event, I'm going to select this as update row. And then I'm going to click on this connect. Now here, as I've already an existing connection, I'll go with save. And then I have to enter the spreadsheet. Now over here, you can see the name of my spreadsheet is employee career pathing. I've select that. And then I'm going to enter this row index. So over here, I have received the response in this Google Sheets and I'm going to map this because this will keep changing whenever I'm going to add the new data. So that's why we have to map this. I have already explained you why we are going to use this mapping. I'm going to leave all these fields blank because I have already entered the detail in those fields. I'm simply going to enter this 1-year career pathing response which I have received from my AI agent OpenAI. And then I'm simply going to click on the save and send test request. You will see that this particular column has been updated. I'm going to open my Google Sheets and here it is. We have updated this spreadsheet column F with the 1-year career pathing. Now to summarize, with a Google Sheets as a trigger application where we made connection with Pabbly Connect, we entered the data and received that response here in this workflow. Then we moved to the next step where we wanted OpenAI to generate the response for us. So we took OpenAI, we generated the response and updated that in our column. So this is how this automation workflow is going to run. And here we have successfully created automation between Google Sheets, OpenAI and Google Sheets with the help of Pabbly Connect. I hope you like this video. Thanks for watching.
Not only these applications, but you can integrate many more applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. Now, if you have any doubt, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any query, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issue, you can visit the website given over here. Also, if you find our videos helpful, do share it with your friends and like and subscribe to our channel.